Hi, welcome to the RamblingChronicPK show. I'm actually on my way home from church. I just left and had a wonderful time there. Very refreshing. Enjoy being around other people. You actually get to see a lot of people who are going through a lot of different situations in that environment. So it's a very positive thing for me to be able to be a part of something where there are other people like me, where things are hurting and people are hurting. And I guess I just wanted to talk to you just a minute about doing that. I did a podcast that I uploaded this past week that talked about being alone with your thoughts. And that's a very important thing to do, is to learn to be alone with your thoughts. But the biggest part of that podcast was finding other people that you can connect with. Being alone has a tendency to draw, it draws depression almost like a ruined food draws flies. When you're by yourself, it's like depression comes after you. You don't have to go looking for it. It will find you. And the reason that is because when you're sitting there alone by yourself and you're struggling with a situation, and it could be a situational issue, it could be simply a pain issue, whatever it may be, you have no positive reinforcement. So you're either going to be your own positive reinforcement or you're going to be your own negative reinforcement. But there are no other human beings there who are going to provide you with stability. And oftentimes, if you're in a bad situation, you will create negative reinforcement for yourself. So I again want to encourage you to be a part of some type of group, and I don't want to specify that it has to be a particular kind of group. I've been a member of a number of different kind of groups, from churches to I've attended AA in the past. I've gone to other similar meetings to that. I've been members of different clubs, such as a hiking club, running teams. There are things out there, and they're not always easy to find, and not all of them have 100,000 members. Sometimes you can get a group of 4 or 5 or 6 people together, and you guys just can talk about things. You can enjoy company. I know one of my most enjoyable times of the week are when I can spend time with my wife and we just can sit and talk. Another positive time that I have during the week is when we go at our work runs. Me and my colleagues that I run with, that's uplifting to me, because even though sometimes we may vent and complain about work or whatever, we don't hang on to that negative energy. We expel it, and then we move on to something that's positive, because we're running because it's a positive item in our life. It's something that we look forward to, and it's something that adds value to our life. So I encourage you to find this group, and if you don't know how to find this group or you need some assistance, please email me at jspencereds@gmail.com, JSPENCEREDS@gmail.com. The Rambling Chronic PK show is here to try to help, and I know that one of the biggest helps that people can be is being there for other people, and I want people to know that I am accessible, and I want to be there as well for anything that I could possibly help with. Now, that doesn't mean that other people are necessarily going to solve your problems, but there's strength in numbers, there's strength in being together, there's strength in the power of spending time sharing with one another, and sometimes it's mentoring one another. Sometimes it's just learning from one another. Sometimes it's learning other points of view on maybe a similar topic, and someone can give you some recommendations on something that they've done, that they've been through, that's similar to the situation you've gone through. There's a lot of different reasons, but I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of reinforce the podcast that I did last week, and say it really is important that you get connected to something. Now, sometimes, some of you may not be able to leave the house very often. Maybe you have some kind of chronic illness or something where you're kind of stuck to yourself. Well, in that case, it's important to get connected to some kind of group, even with that. Let me give you a couple of examples. If you're going through a chronic pain, there's actually several web boards that you could go to. My favorite one is Daily Strength, so just check that out. Look up Daily Strength in Google there, and you'll find it'll lead you to it. There's another one called Patients Like Me, I believe what it's called. Look that up, and you'll find that there are places out there. And what happens are real people aren't comfortable going out and meeting with other people or getting in groups or whatever, or maybe they're not able to. And in those situations, what needs to happen is you need to make connection with other people on those boards, and get to know them, get to know who they are in real life. Talk to them. Don't just sit there and read what they have to post. I know Facebook is a very popular one that people make friends with, whatever. I spend a fair amount on Facebook myself. However, understand that Facebook is just a general friendship type thing. It's not really people who can or necessarily relate to what you're going through. They may just be friends that you've known. I mean, it may be friends you've known in high school or college or in your job somewhere during your career. These are people, maybe they're people you work with now or now. And it's not to say that they're not your friends, but oftentimes you're not able to talk about the real issues that are on your mind with those people. And if you can, that's wonderful. That's a great tool, and it's very accessible today, in today's day and age. So that would be a great one. If not, what I encourage you to do is I encourage you to go out and find one of these other boards, make friends with some of these people. Don't just read all the posts that everyone puts there. Actually go click the button, and however it works on that particular board, and make a friend with that person, and then share with them. If you've got something to offer them, hey, I've been through that, I went through that procedure, I went through that situation, then tell them what you did. Tell them your success, tell them your failure, maybe ask questions. Say, hey, what are you doing about this? I have chronic pain myself. I have chronic nerve pain. What am I doing about this? Is there something that you did differently than I did? So you never know. You may learn something, but you also may be able to just share and simply get out some of that depression that may be holding you back. I certainly think that depression is the number one illness, because every other illness automatically carries a level of depression with it. So depression can be defeated oftentimes by simply spending time with somebody else or another group or other people. So please keep this in mind. Try it out. If you haven't, try it out. I encourage you to. It's just one of those things that I believe is important, because one of the key words of the RamblingChronicPK is encouragement, and we all need encouragement. So I hope that you guys take care of this week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful week. Check out RamblingChronicPK.com. It has all of the links. You can go to all my other sites, the Facebook page, Twitter page, etc. I look forward to seeing you next time. You guys take care. Bye-bye.